Bashers. Hey, Bashers, it's Dirk. It is Speedy Tuesday. Wait a minute. No Speedy Tuesday. Let's get this together. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say, Omega Speedmaster. The most beautiful Speedmaster ever made, in my humblest of opinions. Because I have it, and I absolutely love it. Let's see, it is. Get the time right. Let's wind her up, manual wind. Let's have a nice little clink, 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 clink. Let's get that going. It's got the most satisfying sound, the most satisfying wind. Let's wind it up. I haven't worn this since last week. I wore my my Speedy reduced. I wore a couple of the I wore my Seiko, wore a couple of the incredible Peanuts watches. Yeah, here we go. On the wrist, the first Omega in space. Welcome to Speed Tuesday. Today's thumbnail was inspired by the Ultraman, because I absolutely love the Ultraman. I think everybody loves the Ultraman. It's such a rare beast. You know, it's a variant of the 145012. It was produced originally around 1967-68 during the so-called golden pre-moon era of Speedmasters. 3-2-1 movement, of course. At the time, it was simply just a normal professional model, except for one unusual detail, and that was the bright orange chronograph seconds hand. Omega has never, or did never, advertise it as something special. It just appeared to be a small experimental or small production batch, likely intended for improved legibility in timing applications, etc. It was, of course, the 3-2-1, which is a column wheel, the holy grail of the iterations. I have a 3861, and of course, my other watch is a combination with a Dupois module on it. Dot over 90, of course, Hesselite crystal, straight baton hands, the normal suspects. But it was based on a watch, and why don't I pull up a cool picture so we can know what we're talking about here? For those of you who don't know anything about the Ultraman, it's super duper legendary, man. Google Chrome is accessing your screen. Oh yeah, okay, that's something new. There it is. Ooh, I mean, this is and that NATO is sex on a stick. Now, the Ultraman, as a lot of you might know, was like an early 70s Speedmaster that appeared in Japanese sci-fi shows. It was a monster defense team, the monster attack team, and they used Speedmasters as equipment watches. In, I think it was like episode 8 or 9, fans realized that there was something different about that watch, and that the chronograph hand was orange. And for decades, this was just a trivial detail, until collectors connected the TV prop watch to a rare Speedmaster variant, and thus the nickname Ultra Speedmaster or Ultraman. Omega themselves didn't ever coin that name. Collectors did, as they do with Rolex, as you all know. The Millie, the Pepsi, the Batman, the Guinness, Snoopy, all those things. Fans come up with those. The companies never do. But very, very few 145-012s had an orange hand. Nobody really knows exactly why it was done. It was a very, very small batch, and was a very small serial range. They're roughly in like I think the 26.7.8.9, the old examples for Omega's serialing, of course. That's all changed, because now it's like that would be the Ultraman be 311 12 4230 01001 would be that would be correct for the once you know how to do that whole serial thing. You just models, colors, metal. It's easy to do. It's not really a party trick. But in the 2000s, the myth exploded because there was like a group of Italians. They were like Speedmaster scholars, and a guy named Marco Richon, who later began cataloging odd references for Speedmasters. And they noticed that certain ST 145012s had that orange chrono hand. And they started calling it the Ultraman because of the comic strip and all that stuff and the show. And they say that only 50 or 100 of these actual watches ever made it to production. This, of course, turned it into something very rare. Now, why did Omega ever put these out? Well, some say it was just to make it more legible. Now, we all know that the Speedmaster is one of the most legible watches in the whole wide world. It always has been, always will be. Certain variants of some people claim that this one isn't because of the antiqued indices, et cetera, et cetera. I disagree. I think it's extremely. I've never had a problem reading the time on this, but it's a true spotter's watch now. I saw one in an airport in Italy once. We were waiting for a flight, and I think he was German, because I remember I approached him. My German is non-existent, other than Entschuldigung, my favorite German word. I was online to get some coffees, and there was a guy with one, and it was a real one. It wasn't the new one. It wasn't the 311 one. And I approached him, because that's what you do when you see something crazy like that and you're Speedmaster freak. And I went, oh my God, original Ultraman. He spoke no English whatsoever, but he understood what I was talking about. I was like, oh, because I had my Speedy on. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. It was pretty cool. Very, very rare that you ever see one of those in person. Now, of course, they reissued it, and it came with the Ultraman case, and it has the special glow in the dark. You use the one of these black light flashlights, and you get to see the special little treat, the little kind of Easter egg that's on there. But in 2018, they put out 2012 pieces, orange chrono hand, but it had 1861, and it was very cool watch. What do you guys think about this watch? I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the greatest watches ever. Let's see what else they have here. With the second ever Speedy Tuesday watch. Okay, yeah, Speedy Tuesday. Look at that. That's the new one. I mean, look at that thing. Original applied logo, which I have on my first Omega in space. Listen, Omega's current branding is fine, and I have no problem with it, but I don't know why they don't go back to using the original. It's a sexier look. I like the Omega symbol better. I like the font better. I, of course, love the long S, long R. But that's a character from the show. They really leaned into it. And then you got these cool things, you got this pen to illuminate the Easter egg, and it came in this very special box with some characters there. It's a great addition. I know people say that Omega does too many iterations of their watches, but this is a very, very special one, because it is celebrating a watch that, for no apparent reason other than fandom from a very obscure Japanese TV show, decided to go crazy for it, and then they ran with it, and it's a great box. Omega packaging, Omega. No one does packaging like they do. They're really, really smart. Look, they even put Speedy Tuesday on there. It's very, very cool. It's a beautiful watch, man. I love it. What do you guys think about that watch? I love it. The Ultraman. It's one of my favorite Speedmasters of all time. The most beautiful. I used to think the CK2915 was the greatest. Well, it's the first. She's the OG daddy of them all. But I've come around. Times change and tastes change. But when you're thinking about getting a Speedmaster, there's so many choices out there. There's the current lineup alone. You can get the first Omega in space. You can get the classic Moonwatch. You can get a 57. You can get a 38. There's so many great variations. Matter of fact, I haven't really looked in a long time to see what Omega's got going on their website. Let's go to the Speedmaster. Let's take a look. I don't do this that often, but it's fun because I'm in a watchy kind of mood. Let's see what you guys think about all this stuff. That should, hold on a second. I got to go to this watch. Speedmaster. Here you go. Share the screen. Share the screen. There it is. There it is. Now live on your channel. Let's say. Okay. Here we go. So this is the current lineup. The usual suspects are here. You got the white dial, 42, of course, 42 millimeters. This is, of course, 39.7 millimeters, which works. I'm not saying better because it wears a little bit smaller. It's still a little bit bigger than my reduced, but it's not a 42. 42 is for a 7.25-inch wrist like I have. It is just fine, but this one is a really sweet spot. It's like wearing a 40, which is pretty great. Then you have lots of different variations of the white. You can get them on different straps, variations, leather, racing, rubber. You got two-tone. You got the Nathaniel, of course, solid gold. You got rose gold, two-tone. There's a lot of Speedmasters here, I have to say. Then there's the brand new one. And there it is in full gold for 50 grand. Lots of different variations of that. I mean, there's so many. Then there's diamonds for $67,000, all on the new bracelet, which is, that really looks like the perfect iteration. Then there's the classic, you know. I mean, can you go wrong with this watch? It's just, if you don't have a Speedmaster in your collection, you probably should have one. I know I'm preaching to the choir. Everybody's got different tastes, but I think every watch enthusiast, whether you like Richard Mille or Vacheron or, you know, Patek or any of the big Trinity companies, I think everybody's pretty much, when they really do collect, they have to have at least one Speedy in their collection. But where would be the special editions? Is the Ultraman has been long sold out because they only did 2012. And then you got so many different ones. There's so many variations. There's the divers. There's the instruments. What else? They got all these are Seamasters. Speedmaster. All Speedmasters. They don't even have, do they have the 38s on here? Oh, there's the 57s. These are beautiful watches. These are gorgeous watches. It's a great looking watch. 40.5 millimeters with the calendar complication. George Clooney wears these a lot. They really compliment him. Of course, that was when they came out with that amazing box. And yeah, then they had this very pretty model. Look at that on that leather strap. It looks absolutely incredible. You can get it on Velcro. Yeah, water resistance, sure. This one's, you know, I mean, that's the difference. The Speedmaster has never been known for its water resistance, which has been a problem for many, but, you know, how many people are going and swimming with their watches anyway? I mean, I don't. If I do, I would probably take my watch off and leave it in the hotel room. And then you've got all of these, and these are crazy. These are all the 38s. There's way too many of these. If I was Omega, I would certainly start culling this down. Don't you love, this is the best. I mean, this is just, look, the Speedmaster anniversary, 42 millimeter steel uncoated nylon fabric shop, $11,900. Yeah, but you can't get it. This is probably the one that is closest to the Rolex waitlist. This unbelievable back case, incredible watch. Everybody was, this is that great, look at that box. It's an amazing watch, amazing dial. You just can't get it, but it's 11. If you can get that, oof, if you can get it, get it. It's a special piece. Some people might not like it, might not be into the whole peanuts thing. I don't know why you wouldn't. And then there's the stupid ones. I mean, this is the ugliest thing ever made. 16 grand. The 44 millimeter, I think it's 44 and a quarter. 44 and a quarter. There's it's just illegible. I mean, look at the super anodized movement. Listen, Omega's coaxial movements, you know, the whole 9 series, they're not the greatest looking thing in the world for an open case spec. If you're going to have an open case spec, I think you need to have a 321 or something based on one of those great movements, but like a Zenith or the old Lamagnas, or it's just too much. This watch is super duper freaking ugly for that kind of money. I don't know why anybody would pay that for that. And then all these ridiculous 38s. Look how many variations there are of this thing. $6,300, but it packs a wallop. It's a great watch. Here it is in solid gold. Jesus Christ. Then all the dark side of the moons. And is white side of the moon not on here anymore? See, that watch I thought was really super ugly. Yeah, well, there it is. Is that it? No, that's not it either. That's a 38 with the little perlage all over them. Yeah. I don't see the white side of the moon. Was that so limited? Do I not know the information on that? I might not know that at all. Anyway, who cares? Let's see who got in there first. Dave Fahrenheit, 451. Oh, you got in there at number 1 today. The king of the Bashars. And Panel Power right behind him, the 2 kings. Cheers, cheers. Here's to the kings of the Bashars. Panel Power says, in Italia, la festa del gatto. Ricorre, il 17th of February. Today's, Oshin did a show earlier today about Carnevale, the festival of the cat. How wonderful. Cheers to all the cats of Italy. I'll have one eventually. Well done, Dave. Upvoted. We'll catch the show replay later, peeps. It's Mr. Brooker. Hey, Mr. Brooker, great to have you on the show. I hope you kick around. The beautiful Melly C. Eminem Madness. Malkin Mindy Madness. Eminem Madness. Wait a second. Hold on a second. I got to... Eminem Madness. Malkin Mindy Madness. Eminem Madness. Malkin Mindy Madness. Yeah. That's going to be the debut of Malkin Mindy Madness. I said I was going to do it, and I did. How fun is that? Big hearts to you. Thanks. And what a great surprise the other day. Thanks to everybody for coming along on my walkabout. I hadn't done one in a really long time. It was a really great show. I had a great time. And man, you know what? I'm an old man because I was sore. Still a little bit. I slipped on the bag. I'm okay. But that didn't. Carolyn Martin's like, did you fall? Like, no, I didn't. I fell and I can't get up. No. I slipped on a wet bag. It was like there was a wet paper bag on the floor and I slipped on it. And I just pulled my hamstring, but it's fine now. But man, I walked 7 miles. I tracked it with my new health app on my new phone. And I was like, oh, well, that's a lot of mileage. But it was 3 hours plus. And then I hung out with my sister, my big sis. And that was a lot of fun. Had a cup of tea and saw all the cats and had a wonderful time. That's the sister that turned me on to all the music that I love and started probably my fascination with rock and roll. I wouldn't like rock and roll if it were my sister Pat. Turned me on to her and her then boyfriend. She used to drive us everywhere. She got her driver's license very young. And in the car, she used to do everybody was kung fu fighting, and she'd tap on the brakes to make the car rock back. And she used to pick us up all the time and play all this great music: Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, all these bands, all the bands. And then we would I'll never forget. We were up in our bedroom listening to music, and we had this local candy store. And they had a little record collection in the back for the latest singles. And she goes, find something on the radio they like, and we'll go buy it, like a 45 RPM little single. And I heard a song, and I absolutely loved it. And who would have known that I would have become one of the biggest fans of this band? It was a song called "Go All the Way" by the Raspberries. Go all the way, dun, dun, dun. It'll be alright, being with you, dear, alone. Great song. Let's Pretend being my favorite song. So we went to Benny and Sarah's candy store, and we bought the single, and it had Go All the Way and Let's Pretend on the back. So yeah. Mally C says, well done, Dave Fahrenheit 451. And Carolyn Martin is here. So close. so far away. Doesn't anybody get in number one anymore? Congratulations to Dave. Ray says bad films. Bad Transformers. I've never seen any of those movies, those Transformer movies. Because it's not. I can't imagine watching them. I've never seen a Harry Potter film. I've never seen the Lord of the Rings movies. And it's not like I need to see them. I have no interest in seeing them. The Harry Potter movies I'm more interested in because I read the Tolkien books when I was a kid and I lived that. I was so into it. And I just don't care anymore. Especially witchcraft and warlocks and medieval shtick. But the Harry Potter thing, listen, it's a modern day, amazing series of books. I've never read any of them, but and even though politically now she's a pariah, some people need to just learn to shut up. When you're extreme like that, and she's a billionaire, so what does she care? I would be curious to maybe watching a Harry Potter film just to get the tone of it. And of course, all those actors have gone on to become pretty wonderful, famous people who have made some really good films. I don't know. But the Transformers movies, yeah. I watched a movie the other night. I was telling Carolyn on the phone this morning. Paul's dad said, "Hey, you got to watch this movie called Atomic Blonde." And I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And it was Charlize Theron, who's, certainly fun to look at. And she's a terrific actress too. I don't want to just mention how beautiful she is, but she's ridiculously beautiful. And it was about kind of like a cross between James Bond. I don't think this movie did very well. But it was Jason Bourne meets James Bond, espionage, double agents, lots of ass kicking, lots of gun shooting. But it was about a list of spies that they were all trying to retrieve. And it was in a watch. And it was ready for this. It was in a Carl F. Bucherer watch. And they were in Berlin and they went to the Bucherer store. And I was thinking to myself, oh, what a storied, incredible brand. That doesn't exist anymore because Rolex bought them and decided to retire the Bucherer brand, which I don't think it's a very weird move for Rolex. They did buy Bucherer and Tourneau, the big stores that everybody has in the United States. It's a shame, but it was very interesting that Bucherer was in it. It was a good movie though. I mean, I enjoyed it. If you want some ass kicking, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Congratulations, Dave Fahrenheit 51. Cool Transformers thumbnail. But where's the cat? Easter egg. Shine your flashlight on it. Find out. Hitesh, how are you? Great to see you on the show. Franco Fiori, grazie mille, signori. Please upvote if you can. I'll put this. Let me take this off the screen. Get it. Hi, Bashers. There you go. Thank you, Franco. Grazie mille. And I still want to know more about you. You're so mysterious. So mysterious. Number 6 today is Hitesh. Hey, Hitesh. Thank you so much. Andrew Wolkowicz coming in with Canadian $5. Congratulations, Dave. Be inspired and safe. Everyone, upvote and subscribe and become a Patreon if you can. I'm working. We'll watch later. You work too much, baby. Jooby doo. I see he's got some stuff in the Junie in the sink. I've got some great. Listen, I have some serious catch up to do with the Gallery of Bastards because Friday night we did. I don't ever do it. And then Saturday I did the walkabout, so we didn't get to see the picture. So anything from Friday and Sunday will be here today. Thank you so much. Andrew, got to give you the big bang boom, as I always do. Thanks, baby. Much appreciated. Martin Bronson are here, the king of the forest. Look at that regal beast. Well done, Ray. Well done, Dave, says Ray. Hey, Jojo. Whoa. Handsome Joe is in the room. Handsome Joe. Drew says, hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hi, Drew. You guys are so personable. Dave Fitzsimons. Hey, gang, here for a few to upvote my incredibly beautiful, talented, so smart, and so influential in my world, the incomparable me RW. Mwah, big hearts out to her. I was trying to think the other day because I was walking in front. I slipped on the bag in front of Mary Ryan's house meme. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I knew you first. I became friends with both of you. More friends with you first, and then friends with her later, because I was friends with John, as you know, her brother. I always traded in my my male friends for their cooler sisters. But that bag, I was like, before I got to sue anybody, I know who to. They're not there anymore anyway. Hey, Meme says, Melly C and Andy, the Ancient One, is here. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. Wow. He's here live. Only good things. Wow, Andy M. God, it feels like forever since you've been on the show, man. How are you? You're such a great sport, man. I mean, listen, it's not an obligation. It's just natural that you take care of your parents, but it's good to see that you did that. And you're just such a special fellow. Thank you so much for being live on the show. Very excited to have you here. Look at it. It's Andy. Andy M is here with his box of cats. Hey, Dirk, can you not remember your name? I get it. Age, right? Did I spell my name wrong? Can you not remember your name? I get it. What did I say? Did I say my name wrong on there? No, it says Dirk. Did I say? I don't know. Oh, frozen screen. Oh, come on. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Oh, jeez. Picture is frozen. Is it the same for everybody? Frozen. Mannequin challenge. Unfrozen. How long did that last? I mean, it's just the power of the internet. You know, the stream went along really, really well until I got to that one part of town. And, you know, there with the proliferation of satellite dishes on people's homes, you know, you're in a kind of third worldy kind of neighborhood when, and I mean that in the nicest way, you know, every house, including my old family house, is like there was 6 satellite dishes. There's got to be interference. It's got to be that. I can't think of anything else. And I was near the big hospital, so who knows? Unfrozen. Thank you so much. Omega Speedy Ultraman versus the Tintin. We could do a big old chat. Hey, man. Hey, Hurricane. How are you? I mean, everybody who watches this show, and Melly and I have talked about it too. She wants the Tintin. Who doesn't want the Tintin? Should I pull that up? Oh, God. Oh. And you know, you could have got that for a song. You could have got the Tintin for a song, man. You really could have. Who's got a good look at it? We can go right to used to be able to get these watches. Thanks for see, this is what the show's all about. You say something and we'll just go change the whole subject. There's the Tintin. Oh, God, this watch is stupid. The 3, 11, 30, 20, 42, 01, 00, special 4. Oh, there it is. It's right there. 42 millimeter black and red with white checkered outer track. 1861. Yeah, man, this watch is stupid. Yeah, I mean, they have so many different variations. You know, this does not have dot over 90. Listen, the whole dot over 90 thing is boring to me because it became such a thing that now Omega only does dot over 90. It's a shame that, you know, kind of takes away from the ones that weren't. But this is a great looking watch. Absolutely cool watch. Yeah, who doesn't love that? I love it, man. The Tintin is a favorite for sure. I mean, if I had endless amounts of Speedy money, and I would probably have, first thing I would get is Ultraman, Tintin, and if I had crazy money, CK2915. Probably. The red just pops on that watch. I know she loves that watch. I know she loves it. Me too. Melly C and I have the exact same taste in watches. And we have a lot of the same watches too, which is amazing. Thanks to her. I like the matchstick indices on that Speedmaster. Yeah, so do I. I love it. I think it's great. Gallery. The Doors are really mean. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Joe LaFar says it always starts in Italy. Everything starts in Italy. Romance, passione, il cibo, bevo, all the great stuff. All the great stuff. Very cool. Yeah, it's a great looking watch. Uber cool watch. Yeah, it's a sexy one. Hey, Eritan, thanks so much. Hey, hello, Dirk. You're from the Archieverse. Archie Luxury is deeply in need of help. He has no Patek and has gone heavily. I've heard about that. Well, God, he had all the Pateks in the world when he got his collection nicked, which was a tragedy. Thanks for coming on the show. I hope Archie Luxury is doing well. He's deeply in need of help. He has no Patek. Well, Breguet is not a bad place to be. Pray for the pontiff. I always do. I've always said, listen, man, you know that there's a lot of weird shit that goes on within the YouTube watch-o-verse. And I've always said that Archie is the OG. Mr. Paul Pluta is the OG of the watchosphere in YouTube and a legend. And the pontiff. We know that. We know that. I'm a big fan, and I always have been. And you know what? Can I just say, though, and I'm sure Archie probably feels the same way. He loved his Pateks. He had a shitload of Calatravas, and that was cool. But like, he's in a different realm now with Breguet. And I think when he had, what did he have? 5 Pateks at one time, all gold, right? And what's the follow up on any of that? Like, did they ever, like, because I remember when it happened, I was regularly watching the show, like, what the fuck? And seeing the street cams and stuff like that. Like, how did those people not get, like, I hope they're in jail, man. And I really had hoped. And also, those are some pretty specific examples of watches. You would think that, you know what happens, though? He's in Australia, so those go to Singapore, and then those get through the, we always talk about the cat distribution system. The watch distribution system in Southeast Asia is insane. Bangkok has them now. That's probably what happened. Got sold, but wow, yeah, Archie, man, I felt so bad for him when that happened. It was such a tragedy. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'm glad that nobody was home and nobody got hurt, because that's more important, because these are just things. At the end of the day, watches are just things. We love them, but it's not like your cat or your dog or your daughter or your wife or any of those things. So, yeah, but he needs a Patek. Anyway, big bang boom for you. Thanks for coming on, Hurtan. Welcome to the show, man. So good. I'll give you some kazoos. Joe LaFar says there's a Speedy for every taste and every budget. There sure is. There's one for everybody. I mean, absolutely 100%. Even if you're not like the Speedmaster guy, the 57 or the 38, every dial color imaginable. It's all done. Hurtan says, man on the moon. I mean, did he not start everything? He did. He did. Hi. It's all him. Man on the moon. Rolex. She started everything. He did it all first. You can buy the Snoopy fairly easy. You just need to buy 2 Omega watches from the Omega Boutique. Then you will get the chance to buy the next one. I mean, have you heard that to be true? Because I know people who have been waiting for that watch for 3 years, and they've bought plenty of watches. Maybe in the UK. I don't know. You just need to buy 2 Omega watches from the boutique. All right, so you go in there and you get a Speedy. You get something for the lady friend. You buy a 38 or a Aquaterra. I've always said that about the Aquaterra. Listen, if you're gonna have one watch, if I only had one watch, and I didn't have any of the ones that, like, I couldn't keep the ones that I have, I would get an Aquaterra. And originally I used to love the blue teak dial. And then I love the green dial. Oh. And I like the dated 6. A lot of people like Ush likes the dated 3. He has the Golf. I'm pretty sure he still has that. No reason to get rid of that. There's no resale value on that, really. It's a perfect watch. It's a perfect watch. It's a perfect all-around watch. 3-hander with a date. You can't beat it, man. And the design language is beautiful. They're built like Sherman tanks, coaxial. So I would get that. I think Snoopy's on the secondary have come down a lot. Have they? Let's see. I haven't looked in a long time because, I've got the first to make it space. I don't care. Let's go to Chrono. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to go to Vampy. I want to go to Chrono. Let's go Snoopy. Okay. Let's have a look. Hurricane. You're fun, man. Making us do watches. It's Speedy Tuesday. 16, so 17 grand. From 3, 10, 32, 42, 50, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, it's a great looking watch, so. Doesn't even come on a bracelet. But it comes with a loop. And you can't beat that. So let's go look to see what's the login now. Oh, am I in the wrong thing? Oh, I am. Hold on. Oh, boo. Boo. Hold on. I use Safari as my login for Chrono. I took my watches off of Chrono because they don't need to know what I have, right? I mean, it's kind of like, here's the combination to my safe. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, am I logged in? Let me log into Chrono. There it is. Okay. Password appears to be in a data leak. Not now. I'll change it later. I'll go in there. I'll take you through my little Chrono journey. You can see what I'm up to. Oh yeah, so this is where I am now. Okay, so I'm Dirk Watch Guy, but I don't have any watches saved anymore. I took them off. Because they don't need to know that. SNOPY. All right, so there's 15,000, 16,000, 14. That's really, wow, it was trading a lot higher than that. You're right, man. I haven't looked in a long, long time. Look, somebody's selling a moon swatch on Chrono. That's amusing. 505 for the bioceramic one. Well, this is the one that had that has the infrared on it. Okay, well, nobody needs that. It's a cool watch. I mean, I like it, but I don't know if it's Chrono. 15, yeah, they're going for like 15. Oh, everybody's selling them on here. Look at that. 16 for the full set. Yeah. When I didn't get the red book, I've said this 1,000 times on the show, and I know I should probably call up Omega and say, hey, where's my red book? Didn't come in the box. I don't, why I didn't notice it? Because I took the watch out of the box because it comes with this thing, and I just put everything back with everything and didn't think twice about it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't have it in here. 17,000 is the highest I'm seeing. Now I can look at the graph. There you go. Oh boy, look at that, kids. Now we can see exactly what's happened to that. Shit, it was well over 30. So when was that? 31,000 in February of 2021, and then a high of 34,000 April 2022. Wow. And then just started to go, boy. Go. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, here's some Dana O'Malley watches. Dana really wants a president. Look at this thing. Oif. 50 grand. That's for this. That's got Roman numerals. She doesn't want that. She doesn't like that. I like looking at these. I love to look at watches when I know somebody else is looking for a watch. I think it's really, really cool. Let's see. Rolex President. See, not a real name for a watch, but that's what we call it. Flipper, fresh from the sea. Look at that. Would she like that? No, she wouldn't want the white dial. We're all on the lookout because, Dana's going to get her president eventually. She's got to find the right one. Oh, look at this one. 25,000. Oh, God. Chemin de Fer with Rome. Oh, that's beautiful. 36. Oof. That is gorgeous. Oof. Oh, that is so her. Look at that watch. It's nuts. Yeah, this is the one she wants. She wants the Tony Soprano. I mean, it'll look beautiful on her. A lady, it looks a little, how you doing? Looks a little, from Brooklyn. How you doing? This is my Rolly. A little bit. Thanks for that. Her stand, Snoopy's better to buy. Gray market, definitely. It's meant to be a limited edition watch, but they still make it. It must be limited to 1 million. Yeah, well, I mean, they never said it was limited, but you're right. It should have been a limited edition. It should have been that for sure. Andy M says, very cool that you're here. Oh my God, that is so cool. Eminem madness, Morgan Mindy madness. I mean, I'm still goofing around with it, so it's not, I have one that has full set of lyrics, and then I just have the bumper one. The Speedy 321 Ed White is more scarce than the Snoopy for sure. Yeah, well, white gold too, it's precious. I mean, 321. It's the most beautiful movement ever made. Of course it's the Lemania. I know that. But, the way that Omega did it with, all the, with the way they used to infuse copper alloys to make those red movements, those, like when you pop open Paul's 1953 speed Seamaster calendar, you pop the back off and it's a bumper movement, but man, it's so red. And it's so beautiful. I just love the way they used to. I wish they would go back to that. It was just, the Omega movements were so beautiful. They were art. They really were. Hey, Le Carré, the tone of the Harry Potter movies keeps changing during the series. Now, I'd heard about this. So you got Chris Columbus did the first couple one, right? Alfonso Cuarón did one. What other crazy directors did those? I mean, it's like Bond. Everybody wanted to do one. I would imagine that the Chris Columbus ones are probably more the most family friendly because Chris Columbus. But what's the best one? I mean, I guess you'd have to start with the beginning one, right? I always say I'm going to start watching those, but I don't. Omegas are nearly as bad as Seiko for limited edition watches at cheap as. Agreed. I agree. If I was Reinhold Eichelman, I would go in there and I would hammer chick. I would take out 60% of their catalog. I would just kill it and just put the main range out there, like Rolex does. You got Sub, Daytona, blah, 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 And I think that the Milgauss is not coming back this year. It's my official prediction is they're going to wait till 75 because it's the 70th anniversary of the Milgauss. I don't think that's a significant number. It's, how it works, 25, 50, 75. They've got too many other things, Let's face it, the Land Dweller, everybody is like, ooh, and then nobody cared. It's like the Cubitus came out, people were curious, and then nobody cared. I don't know anybody who's dying for a Land Dweller. Get a Tissot. It's the same thing. It looks the same to me. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I just think that they're boring. But you're right, Mark. Jerk, your Friday night that you limited to 2 hours went on for over 3 hours. That worked out well. Yeah, but nobody got tanked. But I just, yeah. I mean, that was my thing. I was worried about Well, my walkabout was 3 hours too. Well, this show is an hour show, and I always go way over. Right? I always go way over. This is supposed to be an daily hourly show, but as as the judge said in our court appearance last week, he goes, and we all know Mr. Kennedy loves to talk. He said it with humor. I'm Irish. We've got the gift of gab. What can I say? It's insane. Joe LaFaro for Boskags. Lido. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thanks, Jojo. I already gave the thing away. I got to give you something new. Oh, Jojo. I got to make Jojo a special one, right? Definitely. I definitely do. Because Jojo's one of the most consistent super chatters. Like I'm Carol Channing. I'll tell you a funny story. Here's Joe. Here's a funny story. This is for two guys around the same age, and one of them's a queen, right? Not though, man in the streets. I'm in the TWA. Paul and I had just met, and he worked for TWA, and he was going to visit family. So I went to the airport with him and dropped him off. And I got on. I guess I got on. I don't know, a taxi. 1989, and I go into the TWA terminal. He's getting on an L1011, and you could walk all the way to the gate in those days. Security was lax, and it was at the TWA terminal. And, he was currently an employee, so he just jumped on a plane. He had to go to LA or something. Oh, no. He was going to Italy with his mom. Yes. And so I go down the stairs, and I'm at the check-in area, and Carol Channing and Helen Hayes are checking in, and she's there with Dano, which most people don't realize is Helen Hayes' son, James MacArthur, right? And of course I had to go up and say hello. So I just want to say, Miss Hayes, Miss Channing, I'm a big fan. Thank you so much for all of your contribution to art and cinema. And she's like, oh, aren't you darling? She goes, oh, we were hoping to get to the airport in time for some coffee, and they're just getting everything wrong. And then this gentleman came over and said, grabbed their bags. They had some kind of private TWA butler or something, and he took them and whisked them away to the lounge. But they were so charming, and she was very tall, Carol Channing. But it was really fun stuff. Anyway, I just thought, Joe, for most of you won't know who either of those people are. But you should. Carolyn Martin coming in with the big 50. Seeing Andy M here has made my evening. I just want to say hi. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, we're so happy to have him back in the house because he's a good boy doing good things. And let's give him a giant one. And that's a mega super chat. Mega. Thank you, Carol. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Joe's loving the Eminem theme. It's coming up soon. You'll hear the whole thing. The Speedy 321 Ed White. Yeah, it is. Okay. Even if you don't want to watch Lord of the Rings movies, the soundtrack is. Oh, is that right? Who did the soundtrack to that? I'm drawing a blank. Le Carré New Handle. I don't know. Geez, you'd think I would know that off the top of my head because I know everybody who does everything. John Williams did it, right? Wait, John Williams. John Williams definitely did. No, maybe not. He did some of the Harry Potter movies. Oh shit, Lord of the Rings trilogy. Shit. God. I wish I knew this. Music by Howard Shore. Wow, like I never would have got that. I never would have gotten that. Never. Howard Shore. Look at that. 79 from Toronto. Hey, Canada. Oh, that was a cool piece of trivia. Thank you for that, right? Because I never would have known. Lord of the Rings Apple TV series is not great, but they even managed to slip in a beautiful song, "The Last Ballad of Damrid." Okay, I didn't know. I have Apple TV. I didn't know that they had a series. Is that worth watching? I have nothing to really watch right now. We're going to be Paul's not allowed to eat today because he's having what most men in their 50s get as a test tomorrow. And so there's no eating allowed, and there's like this beverage drinking that he has to drink. So I won't be making any kind of elaborate dinners because that's not fair and not kind. But I guess we'll watch some TV later. That might be interesting. He does not watch. Like, listen, I'll watch. I love sci-fi, you know that, but I don't watch a lot of fantasy. He refuses to watch because he has no suspended disbelief whatsoever. All he does is sit there and goes, "Well, you know why that's not possible?" He just debunks everything, and I'm like, stop pulling the beard off Santa Claus. It's not nice. But that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Is that a good intro? I never saw Game of Thrones either, and everybody went crazy because you know what? All I can think of is medieval people all were covered in bugs and that they were filthy. And like they're wearing all these brocades and finery and velvets. And these people they were covered in pox. And it's just like, this knight is going to bed this fair maiden, but open the windows because the stench is going to be hideous. Those people were filthy. Drooby Doo says Andy M is only good things personified. You know he is. Only good things. He's the only good things guy. It's not true that it's not true. It's an AI copy of Andy M. How many socks am I holding up? Amazing. Hey, John Schmidt. Dirk was telling Machine earlier today that I tried on the new Omega Planet Ocean yesterday. Dramatically smaller than the pre. I have not, John Schmidt. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. But I need to go to the Omega store and go get my book. Where's my red book? God damn it. I mean, I'm sure they'll just give me one. Unless they decide to be. I wouldn't imagine they wouldn't be. I'll walk right up to the manager because he ignored me. I felt so left out. I thought we were going to be friends. I filmed in the store and he knows what I was trying to dazzle him with my Omega knowledge, my reference tricks and, the history. But he probably hears that all the time. I'm just one of a million guys that know everything about Speedmasters. It's not a special party trick at all. There's a million guys that can whip out a reference and all that stuff. But, I thought I thought that video came out very well. I think it had a little bit of style and panache, and I'm so reverent towards the brand. Omega is my favorite watch brand, and it always will be for lots, not just for the historical, not just because they're Speedmasters. I just love the brand. I love the way they've always handled themselves, even in times of crisis, the quartz crisis. They almost died, and if it wasn't for Swatch, they wouldn't be in existence. Not everybody has the luxury of being a charitable foundation like the Wilsdorf Foundation. Rolex is a charity. Corel is a sailor. That's a joke in my house. Corel is a sailor. A million years ago, me, our friend Roy, and Paul, it was like right after we moved to Long Island City in the early 90s, and we went over to Blockbuster to go rent a VHS, as you did. And we were going through the aisles, and our friend Roy, who we're currently not speaking to for various reasons, he's a very bad boy. And he picks out this movie called Corel, Querelle, and it's a Rainer Werner Fassbinder film, Fassbender. And it's Brad Davis from Midnight Express and Franco Nero, one of the most beautiful human beings that's ever walked the face of this earth. He was Lancelot and Camelot. And we were like, wow, this is weird looking. And we took it home because it was interesting looking. And it is the weirdest movie you'll ever see. It's some kind of like homoerotic. We had no idea what this was about. It's so suggestive and very French, but very, very East Germany. and there's all this weird, everybody's like all oiled up on a ship, and it looks like a surrealist painting, and their dialogue doesn't match any of that. It's like watching a Japanese cartoon. Like, I really hope you guys will get there on time, especially if the governor's here. It looks like one of those things. And if it wasn't for you, everybody would. It's so bad, but it's very slow and very dramatic. And Franco Nero, who's Italian, and he has a voice like this, and but the narration's like, Corella's a sailor, and it takes place, and we've watched it 50,000 times since it because it's hilarious, and it has the incomparable Jean Moreau in it. And how did I get this from John Schmidt's thing? I'm so sorry. This is what I do, John Schmidt. I will go see that. How did I get to this? How did we get here? Jean Moreau is in the movie. If you don't know who Jean Moreau is, look her up. She's a legendary French actress. Incredible. That's crazy. Yeah. So thanks for that. John Schmidt, I want to check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my book. You've never been frozen to me, Dirk. Oh, Ray. Thanks so much. Drooby says, hey, Dean, the new watch to show you may like it better than a moon swatch. Yes, he does. And I'll get to it in a minute because I know I'm taking forever to get through the chats. Drooby, let's hope it's a real thing. No, it's not. It's real. I saw it. Hey, Ken Furby, I'm pleased to say that my moaning about Team UK's produced 3 gold medals. Our best Winter Olympics ever. If only moaning were an Olympic event, I'd be in with a chance. Why don't you, Ken Furby and I, why don't we join a curling team? Because I think we're qualified for that. I don't get the thing with the guns and the skiing and all that stuff. I've been watching all the figure skating, and I don't understand the way the scoring works at all. The controversy with that Italian couple, and it's just the French couple who won. This controversy with them too. I thought that they were the most beautiful skaters by far. I thought they were far better than Chalk and whatever. There's something a little sterile about them. The French couple. It was just the most magnificently beautiful. And who cares what her ex-boyfriend says? Who cares what his ex-girlfriend says? It's personal. It's none of our business. Stop it with the Real Housewives shit, Tintin with the original box and papers. Get the what? Tintin with the original box and papers on Chrono for what? How could that actually be? There was a reduced that looked very much like the Tintin, the racing. Did you see that? Have you ever seen that one? It's looks close. People might go a double take. They might. Shout out to Italy for the best Winter Olympics. I agree, Ken Furby. It's been really great. I've been loving it. It's the only thing that's been on my TV. Gabri, working on your thank you gift. Hope you get it before St. Patty's Day. That's sweet. Yeah, the Chico watch. Gabri, man. What do you say about a guy like Gabri? Thank you. Insurance job, definitely. Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. Yes, this is true. You buy 2 megas, but in UK you have to wait 5 years. Fuck that guy at the Gray. It's not much over retail. I would not personally buy it. Are you not a Snoopy guy? Man, come on. Hey, there's Tobster. Hey, Tobster, what's the best watch to buy around 20 grand? Tan. I don't know who Tan is. No idea. 20 grand. Hey, I'd buy that Snoopy. Under 20. Andy, I'm a bit of fun here. Muted. I can hear you. It's fine. The screen gone. Snowballish. Something going on? Hurricane. Oh, you're Hurricane. Hey, cool. Topster McDunky, that's a very subjective. It is. For me, I'd get a Patek 50 35J annual calendar. For others, it could be the Rolex GMT Pepsi, which they might discontinue. I don't know. Do you think so? Think it's going to be a Coke? Same money, high horology versus Rolex. Yeah. The thing about Patek is, I've always said this on the show, I've never lusted after one of them. I just always felt as if Patek felt like I'm not professorial enough. Because it's like, I remember Dr. Malinowski, my mathematics teacher in high school, he had a Calatrava. And it just looks so right on him. It's such an elegant. I don't think I'm elegant enough for that. And I mean that truthfully, in all humility. I just feel I'm not elegant enough for them. Not a fan of the Cubitist. I think it's a silly, stupid watch. I'm not a fan of the Nautilus. It's not my thing. It's not my bag at all. Their steel sports are like meh to me. And then it's also gotten like, so abused by, Jay-Z and all those guys. And it's like once those guys grab it and make it the zeitgeisty watches, I like the working man's watches. That's why I love vintage Omega, Rolex, an old Explorer. I love the Air King. I've said that 1,000 times on the show. But yeah, I mean, I've got the beard already and a lot of gray, so maybe I could pull that off one day. I have to get the corduroy jacket with the patches. I mean, if I was to go Trinity, I would go overseas. I love Vacheron. I just love their aesthetic. But, you're so right. It's so subjective. It's so subjective. I would go for 20 grand. I'd go find a vintage Rolex. When you go vintage Rolex, I'd go vintage Rolex. I don't love the super case. Never been a fan. I'm thinking a Rolex too. Yeah. But I got the Guinness last year from the AD props. Yeah. So you've got the Guinness modern iteration, all that stuff. How about super vintagey, Tobe? Why don't you go something really? Why don't you get a vintage Milgauss? Those are sexy. What'd you get those for? All right, fuck it. Let's go to Chrono. Oh, I got to pull it up on the other fucking stupid screen. Chrono. Let's go. Milgauss. My Milgauss went down in value. I saw that. Not that I would ever... I'm never parting with it ever, but let's see. Oh no, I gotta do the full screen. Milgauss, twist. Look at that. $9,232. Wow. The white dial, $8,000. Wow, the market is shitty, huh? 11,000. I mean, it was going for 16, 17 for all this, 13. There's the Z Blue for 14, which I don't love the Z Blue. You can't see the green crystal that much. Do they have any vintage? Oh. Ooh, sunshine. 23. That's more than that. 23,500. Oh, that's the 1019. Oh man, look at that. Oh, with the linen-y dial, alpha hands. Oh. Yum. And here's some other millies. Ooh. Okay, there you go. Here's a 1019 box and papers. Black dial. That's 50 grand. Oh, boy. Oh, brother. Bread and butter. $23,000. I take it back. They're expensive. Oh, boy. You get mine for $9.99. Oh, look, the green Tokyo edition. Speedy. That's a great looking watch. For 10 grand, you could get two of them. What do you think of that, Tobe? I love this watch. Look how elegant and beautiful that is, man. That is amazing. Great shots, dude. It's almost like Fergal took them. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Go vintage, kiddo. Hulk is another option. Should be lower, but that's the alternative. Yeah, I mean, isn't that the day of the Hulk over, though? It's kind of feels Wall Streety to me. Or a Starbucks. Yeah, Vacheron overseas. Now you're talking, baby. The 4,500 could be had, and yep, you can. I think that's. Come on, Tobster, go Vacheron. I'm thinking maybe two-tone champagne Daytona. I'm not talking to you anymore. Ugh. I'm not much of a chronograph guy, but if the Daytona floats your boat, it's a top choice. Yeah, I'm not a chrono guy either. Really? You gotta have one. Carolyn Martin says, that is my watch of choice. The Jennifer Aniston, not the Tony S. Yeah, I know. You hold out. Yeah, you can hold out longer. That's for sure. Crazy. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. Hey, there's Tracy Farris, ladies of the bash. Yeah, fellow bashers. Yeah, it's kind of warm in New York today. I mean, warmish. Howard Shore. Yeah, you were right about Howard Shore. Howard Shore. I had no idea. No idea who did it. You probably know more about the Omega than the manager at the boutique. If he gets a better offer next week, he'll be at full. That's a shoe store. You know, it's hilarious. It's not a good movie, and Jerry Seinfeld is a fucking cunt. But he did a movie called Unfrosted, and he had John Slattery and John Hamm, and they reprised Don and Roger, and they're giving a presentation, and they're in the what's her name? The actress. She's hilarious. What's her name? Shit, I'm so sorry. This is Old Man Fever on Frosted. Melissa McCarthy. Oh, thank God, it came to my brain. Melissa McCarthy starts flirting with Don Draper, and she goes, not so fast, Florsheim. Florsheim. I don't know if Florsheim still exists, but it was a very famous men's shoe store in New York. Blockbusters went years ago in the UK, but I believe making a comeback. Stupid people do not know you can stream. I haven't been to the theater for obvious reasons. You know that. was the soundtrack from the Sprockets, and we dance. Don't be silly. Buy the Millie, says Chili Badger. I agree, baby. I agree 100%. 100%. Yeah. Okay. So now this is where, listen, I'm a Speedmaster guy, so obviously I have no interest in having a Daytona. But Zenith, yeah, I think that's a sexy move. I think you should do it. Anyway, it is time for the Gallery of Bastards. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime the Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. And I share with the world. Let's start off with a bang. We're going out with a bang. We're going out with a bang. Dino, you ready? Drum roll. You ready? You ready for Drew's birthday watch? I'm just gonna wait. Drew. I'm just gonna wait. Come on, Dino. What do you think? Factory diamonds. Listen, it's on a rubber strap. Factory diamonds. It's a yacht master. You couldn't ask for a better watch. I'm waiting for the comments. No, he sent that to me first because he thought it would be really, really funny, and he tried it on, and of course he didn't get that. Of course not. But how good is that? It's really, really, really good. This is the birthday watch from his incredible wife. Don't like diamonds. We're joking, Dino. This is what he got. How about that, baby? Pelagos. I've got myself a Tudor Pelagos. Girls wear diamonds. I'm not a diamond fan either, but you know what? They're beautiful. Not on that thing, though. Look at this machine. It was a fast machine. It kept Drewby do clean. It was the best damn Tudor that he's ever seen. Look at that. First of all, can we just talk about Heather? She got him a Panda Daytona last year. Panda Daytona. She got him a Panda Daytona last year. I mean, he married very, very well. Would you not agree? Unbelievable. Looking great on Drew's wrists. Fantastic. I love the muted colors on that one. Yeah, it's a great one. Fantastic. Now he says, good choice, Drewby Doo. Was about to block you from Channel 3 lifetime ban for diamonds. satisfactory. At least it's not both down, you know? Bling. That's hilarious. Beautiful watch, though. Congratulations and happy birthday again, Drooby Doo. You deserve it. Now let's get to the important part of the show. This is our patron saint of eyebashers. This is Kay with a very dirty toy, and she won't let it go. Ooh, look at Kay, the patron saint of eyebashers. Look at our special girl. Look at her. Oh, Kay. This is the life she deserved all along, and she has it. With her big giant family, lots of cats to play with, and a dirty toy that she loves so much. Obviously, it's got catnip in it. Cats, I've never really given my cats because I had a cat that was not nice when he was on it. But Laverne didn't really care about it. Wasn't really her thing. But I see. Let me see. Let me look at this beautiful baby cakes. We love you, honey pie. The incomparable. It's Kay. I know, right? She's a keeper. She's the cutest thing ever. Isn't she just the best? I know. The patron saint of eyebashers. It's Kay. So great. Thanks, Drew. And yeah, have the happiest birthday ever, man. Incredibile. And here's the loom shot. You ready for this, guys? On the pelagos. Drew's got a pelagos, and here's the loom shot for you all to enjoy. I mean, poof. There's some superluminova and some chromolite. It's a combination of the two chemical reactions. You've got the blue and the green, like on my Milgauss. My Milgauss has. It's got a combination of chromolite and superluminova. I think they only did that for like 1 or 2 years. And then they just went chromolite. Chromolite lasts a lot longer. I don't care what anybody says. It does. Because once I'm done zapping it, the luminova goes dead, and then the chromolite just sticks around. That's a great loom shot. And who doesn't love a loom shot? Who doesn't love a loom shot? Joe says she's a keeper. She sure is. Droopy Doo. I was looking at the 42 full gold Yachtmaster the other day, but without the diamonds. Good watch. Off the radar. Indeed. It sure is. It sure is. Mr. Brooker, 1980 Royal Air Force issue Air Crew CWC W10 plus 2008 CWC SBS. This is a real guy with a real diver. Real watches for divers. With us. These are cool. Look at that. His and hers looking great, man. Looking great. Now, those are sexy watches. Very nice, Mr. Brooker. Mr. Brooker. Hey, Mr. Brooker. Fantastic. Then Carolyn Martin says heaven. This is in the rural area that she lives in, not far from the biggest city in the world. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those landscapes. Didn't Nancy Reagan just say no to catnip? Yeah. Well, you know what? It's always the people that have had too much catnip that tell you to say no to it. Beautiful. Thanks, Carolyn. Amazing shot. Amazing stuff. Mr. Brooker, Tilly, and some watches and some Chateauneuf de Pape. I like a good Chateauneuf de Pape. Look at that. I love the bottles especially because that's really good. It's got the papal symbol on it and everything. Looks great. Mr. White Explorer, Mr. Polar Explorer. Paging Mr. Polar Explorer, Mr. Polar Explorer. Amazing. A coffee. I had a coffee to start the show, but I really want another one. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Hitesh wants to know, are those CWCs on Bark and Jack straps? They might be, which I don't get anymore because I got so mad that I had to go to another, for the iBashers giveaways. I had been buying the back. We got a bunch of Bark and Jack straps, and they're really nice, high quality straps. But then the ones that I really wanted to get, because I said everybody who won got to pick it out, ordered it. Then they're like, "Oh, we don't have those anymore." I'm like, "Well, we already bought them." Like, "Well, we don't have them." Like, "Why is it on the website?" "Oh, well, I don't know." It was just really bad customer service, and that sucked because I wanted to support Adrian's show and his products. Look at that. Eesh. Yeah, the most popular watch of 2024. 100%. This was the one that everybody wanted. Everybody. Yeah, you wear it tight. I thought I wore my watches tight. You wear it even tighter. I like to wear my, because this has the extension on it. It's a little different than the Rolex one, but right now I have it all the way out. It isn't as easy to operate as the Rolex one either, but sometimes if you want it a little loosier, goosier, it's kind of good. See, it just pinched me because I got hairy hands. Just did it. Sometimes it does do that. Either that or get my wrist waxed. Wrist waxing. Beautiful watch. We all love that. Everybody loves that. Oh, showing it off big time. Yeah, this was the one that was really hard to get for a really long time. Well, nearly impossible to get for a while. Tilly. That's why we're here. We're here for the Tilly. Who cares about watches? It's the Tilly show. Hello, beautiful baby. She's deep in slumber. Thanks, Mr. Brooker. The Tilly show. Oh, amazing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Hold on. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Eminem madness. Super fun. Eminem madness. Ray sent me a video of Tom Waits, which I'll watch on my very own. Thank you so much for that. Chris Boyd wrote me, he was watching the show about me running into that chick with the phone who said, "I'm on the phone right now." Yeah, he says I should do a show on people just like that. Drooby Doo says, looks pretty good on the iBasher strap, which I believe he got from Anchor. So let's go. Oh, look how good. Yeah, it is Anchor. It's an Anchor strap. Man, I got to say something about the Anchor company. They not only did they follow through, but they had a great variety of styles and colors for everybody who loves straps. And I am not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. I'd be doing the same thing for Bark and Jack had they not just kind of been like, it's not Adrian. I mean, Adrian's got his name attached to it, but I didn't get a hold of him and say, "Hey man, what happened to my straps?" I got some robot because that's the problem with the stores, It's just crappy. But look at that. I mean, that GMT hand is fire. Fire, Drooby Doo. Fire. Absolute fire. It's amazing. Madness, madness. Yeah. Today's gallery. On the gallery, Steve McCloud. On the gallery, Steve McCloud. Look at this. This is cool. Look at this action, bro. Yo, bro. This looks like you're in like Mexico. Doesn't this have that kind of vibe? I see a little bit of Dias de las Muertes. I mean, this is some beautiful art. Look at this, a man and his dog. Look at that, his dog, because I'm from New York. I say dog. Coffee, dog. Come now, this looks like it's straight out of the 70s. How the hell did you do this? It looks like ectochrome. Ectochrome. And then, it's incredible. Look at this. Oh, chemtrails. It's chemtrails. Oh, geez. I had a conversation with somebody about chemtrails the other day. I was like, oh, and the earth is flat. That is astonishing, man. Look at that. That's the evidence of God. Isn't it? It's evidence of God. Now this, I'm telling you, this is part of your greeting card selection. You should open up a store and make greeting cards. Blank ones. Just, like papyrus. It doesn't say, to the best teacher ever, the world's greatest fisherman. You don't need any of that stuff. You could just make these cards and people write their own sentiments in there. I think you should do that because these images are amazing. Look at that guy. Let me tell you something. This guy reminds me of, look at this guy. This is Steve Garvey forearms on this guy. What the crap? What does he have? A mandolin there? Is that a ukulele case? This guy's fascinating to me. God, look at the vascular nature of this guy's giant forearms. Holy crap! He's not wearing a watch, is he? So Johnny from Hitman said, "Oh, Dirk, his dog passed away, and he's feeling kind of crap." And he said, "Oh, my brother sent me this video. This amazing guy who was on America's Got Talent. He's a 75-year-old man. He's got a hit song out right now, and all this great stuff." And I was like, "Oh, really? I didn't hear anything about it." He goes, "Oh, it's viral." So he sends me the link, and it's completely AI. He was never on American Idol. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even exist. He's a fake AI artist. And he's like an old muscly guy with grizzly beard and, tattoo, and his wife died and his dog died. And, he's got his truck, and it's just completely fake. And I was like, the whole world is getting bamboozled. That's real. This guy's real. Holy mackerel. That's amazing, Steve. Look at this beautiful thing. Wow. Steve McCloud, this is my favorite because the character alone. Look at that. Greeting cards. Can we talk about that? These are outstanding, Steve. Indeed, says Andy. They are amazing. Look at this. Beautiful stuff. Andy M. Incomparable. Thank you so much, buddy boy. Do we not have anything from Julian today? I get very nervous when Julian's not on the show. I get very, very nervous. I bet his gallery picks from Martin Bronson. It's Martin Bronson. Look at you, you beautiful beast, the king of the forest. Look at you. Look at this face. Look at you. You are like a Renaissance god. Look at him. Look at this. Imagine if you walked into a mansion and there was a giant gilded portrait. Look at that. You'd be like, oh, yes, me lord. So cute. Oh, beautiful critter. Oh, and we always forget he might be the king of the forest, but he's also a baby. And he loves to play too. Hey, Mark, does he get along with others? I mean, when you have a cat at home, unless you get another cat, you don't generally, there's no play dates like with dogs, but do you know if he gets along well with others? He's so beautiful. Thank you, Mark. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Mr. Boy, me and Poppy, I look angry, but I'm not. I'm going to do a show about manners. Because you brought it up that, that girl was like, I'm on the phone after she let her dog loose. I think we should just do a show on manners. I always say hold the door open, say please and thank you. And that's something I practice daily. And I'm not even conscious of it. I wanted to be conscious of it at one point, but I don't have to be anymore. But you look great. And there's your beautiful, look at that. And the watch ain't bad either, kiddo. Yeah, baby. You look great, man. You don't look angry at all. You're one of the most lovely fellas ever in the history of the world. Look at that. The man and his dog. Fantastic shot. Fantastic. Yeah, so I thought maybe I'll do a show maybe tomorrow. We'll talk about manners tomorrow's when we were Wednesday. Thursday night show. We'll do a show on manners and just basic civility in general. Good people, And then here we go again. Ready, guys? Because we get two of them. We get two of them for the price of one. You ready for this? I have Sundays. Looks like a baby here. Super fun. Them guys are cuter than hell. Thanks for that. We got two of them today, so I got to really use it. I finished it last night because I'm done with writing the score for that song. And man, that was a lot of work, man. That was a lot of work. I'll show you what I did. Hold on. Let me finish this up. Junie in the sink. Look how big Junie got, guys. Wait till you see how big Junie is. Remember when she popped out of the cornfield and she was like, take me home, take me home, take me home. Tonight is the place I want to be. Look at Junie in the sink. Some cats it's the perfect bowl. Cats love that concaveness. They love it. Look at Junie. Junie. Amazing. Thank you, Drooby Doo. Ray, you said, let me download this. It's a vidya. What is it? All right. Here's a video, and it's directly at us. And he's got some little lammy pies in his mitts. Ready? You should hear the sound of this, no problem.
We have DFF41.
Oh, okay.
And DFF41. Ye pick the names. If Carolyn Martin can pick names on her dog, I get you to pick two names. Either this is Dean or DFF41.
Just another round of them. Didn't we do this a while back? But holy crap, there's another round of them. They're so cute. How could anybody eat that? Come on. I don't preach. I don't pontificate. I don't ever do that ever. But my God. And then this is to show how insane Carolyn Martin is about Mork. She created an AI image of her wedding to Mork. And there she is. He's becoming part human because he's got human hands and she's got cat paws and a cat face. This is the marriage of Carolyn Martin to Mork. And she'd be first lady because Mork for president, right? Because she's out of her mind. But she said, is that crazy? I was like, Yeah, completely. I mean, amazing. And that's the Gallery of Bashtards, my friends. Thank you so much for a great gallery. Here we go.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I share with the world. Where is my folder? Oh, here it is. So this is what's been taking up the bulk of my time. I'll show you what this looks like. Share screen. Can I share the screen? Yeah, I'll share this. So this is like this is the score for all the stuff I did. Can I do a preview of this? Yeah, I can, right? A score, yeah. So I've got all my sections for first violins, second violins, third violins, fourth violins, cello, French horn, legato horns, spiccato horns. That's the entire thing, and woodwinds. This took me like a week and a half to pull this shit off. It was so, it's pages. Each one is pages and pages and pages of score. Now, I, of course, didn't generate this. I wrote it all out in MIDI. But for those of you who don't know what that means, it's like I played it all on a keyboard, and then luckily this stuff. So that's what that hopefully that'll get done. So what we're doing with this is we're going to be doing with that is now that I have the score of the chart mapped out, we're going to hand this to a quartet, 2 violins, viola, and cello. And they're going to record the strings for this song. It's called Just a Memory, and it's going to be on a Barnabas Sky record. I co-wrote this with Marcus Pfeffer, who's a genius, and it'll probably be out in the summer. And the song was done. It was ready to go, and he's prepping the artwork. And I stopped him and I said, you know, the song needs a score. It needs string section. And luckily for me, he agreed. I was like, this has just got a different life to it. And I honestly think it's one of the best pieces of music I've ever been involved with, like melodically, structurally. I just think it's I'm very proud of it, which doesn't happen. I'm proud of what I do, but I've never gone, oh shit, like I think other people might want to record this song down the line because I think it's that good. And I'm thinking like, you know, those people, the Josh Groban's, the Sarah Brightman's, those pop people that want a big ballad that has a lush orchestra like a David Foster thing. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. I finished it last night at 4:45 in the morning and shipped it off to him, and haven't heard back. I'm like, I hope you like all this because it nearly killed me. And then I had to go into the score and like make corrections because I'll show you what this shit looks like. Hold on. I'll show you what this looks like. Because it does a lot of the work for you because there's all kinds of notation software. This is the cellos. So like you have to, like notate this. And I'm not the greatest notator in the whole wide world. As a matter of fact, I hadn't done it in one time. I used to sight read pretty well, but I had to make sure it was all great. So you actually have to go through it and listen to it the whole way through. And it was really a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end. Hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, guys, that is, let me see. I missed some chats. Did he become a rapper? Says Joe LaFaro talking about, no. He was joking about that. Let's see what else. I missed some stuff. Rolex Excellence, Lovely Polar, and the Tilly. Oh my God, that is so cool. Thank you. You're so welcome. I mean, it was time. The theme is amazing. You're welcome. I mean, it's about time. Steve, outstanding. Great pictures. Stunning pictures. Amazing stuff. Bronson, King Bronson. Where's Blofeld? Exactly. And beautiful Poppy, of course. Catchy tune. It's just crap, but whatever. I'm as rough as the ocean, but I was taught manners. Indeed. So cute. Junie, love from everybody and all that stuff. Dirk Bronson doesn't like any cat that passes the window. He runs at the window even when the cat runs away. Bronson runs upstairs looking out the window for it and growls. He's protecting your household. It'd probably be different if you introduced a cat. Probably. Like, he's just like, get away from here, you cat. Ray, those lambs are spectacular. Thank you for sharing. They're beautiful. And love your animals. Don't eat them. Just saying. Guys, thanks so much for a great show. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for When We Were Wednesdays. You just send me your pictures to basherdirk@gmail.com. Remember your retrospectives, memories of the past. You know, we do the regular every day. We have a theme for tomorrow When We Were Wednesdays. Joe always gets it right. Handsome Joe always gets it right. So if you can, I'd appreciate it. basherdirk@gmail.com. I'll see you then. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter unkindness, you give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because you never know. That person could be a great person having a bad day. Darkness might have followed them. It's either that or maybe they're just a